Hey everyone! Today's video is going to be something a little bit different because I have never done this before and it's going to be a first impression slash review. So as you can see, I got a little bag. I didn't get too much. Here are a few items. Here are a few items that I got. I thought, why not try these out since they're cruelty-free, they're certified by the Vegan Association. So I thought, why not try out a look using all the products that I got from the W7 Very Vegan line and see how I like it, and also do like a talk through while applying my makeup. Since they didn't have a primer, I used the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. I already applied it on my face, and I'm also going to use the Creamy Natural Fit Concealer by Claire's because I couldn't find any concealer from the Very Vegan line. So I'm going to use this concealer just to cover up some of my blemishes on my nose and just under my eye. Just going to use my fingers to blend the concealer. Okay, now that I have done my concealer, I'm actually going to try out for the first time the W7 foundation. And it's called the Very Vegan HD Foundation. I got it in the color Sand Beige. They didn't have a lot of colors available. The lighter shade, which was called Buff, I believe, was a little bit too light for me, so I'm hoping that this one, Sand Beige, will work for me. And it says apply evenly on your face and blend with your fingertips for flawless complexion. I'm not going to use my fingers for this foundation just because in general I don't like using my fingers to apply foundation. So I will be using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to apply the foundation on my face. I haven't opened any of these products yet, and it's got a little sticker. This is what the foundation looks like. It comes in a glass bottle with a plastic lid, and the plastic itself feels a little bit cheap, but yeah, I like the fact that it comes with a pump, and we'll see how it applies. Since it's new, I have to use a few pumps. Just gonna show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is the shade. It's a liquid foundation, and yeah, so far I think it's okay. Let's see about the coverage of this foundation, because normally I prefer a medium to full coverage foundation depending on what my skin situation is like. I'm not entirely sure what kind of coverage this foundation will provide me with, but yeah, let's just try it out. Okay, so I think it does match my skin tone pretty well, although I wish it was slightly lighter, but at the same time it's not too bad. From what I can see, I think this gives a medium coverage, which is good. I think this color is more for people with a pink undertone, and I have a yellow undertone, and I can already tell it makes me slightly orange on the side where I applied the makeup. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but I can already tell that I look a little bit orange with this foundation on. I'm using a second pump for the other half of my face. The foundation does apply easily on the skin, and it's easy to blend. It gives me a dewy, almost full coverage finish, which I really like, and so far I have nothing bad to say about the foundation at all, except that I don't think it's the right shade and the shade range is quite limited. For my eyebrows, I will be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I did see that they had a brow kit, but it just wasn't the right shade for me, and I didn't want to buy something that I knew I wasn't going to use anyway. My brows are done. Moving on, I am going to use the Very Vegan Eyeshadow Quad. They have different eyeshadow quads, and I got the Autumn Ambers one. I did swatch it, and this one was the one that I liked the most. The eyeshadow comes in this packaging. It's quite bulky and the plastic feels a little cheap as well, but I don't mind about the packaging as long as the product itself is good. Let's not judge by the looks. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Oops, and it fell out. This is what the eyeshadow quad looks like. There's a little heart shape if you didn't notice, because I didn't notice at first. I thought it was just uneven for some reason. But I do like the colors. It's a little bit chalky, I find, and crumbly. Especially the lightest shade was the chalkiest out of all. But we'll see how it performs on the eyes. As far as the sponge tip applicator goes, I never use these things, so I'm gonna chuck this away. I am going to use this shade right here. One thing I do have to say is I love the mirror. The eyeshadow is not hard to blend, but it's not that pigmented, which I kind of expected from a drugstore eyeshadow anyway. So going in with the darkest shade right here at the bottom, I am going to blend it into the outer corners of my eyes to create more depth. I haven't noticed any fallout. Using a smaller brush, I'm going in with this shade right here at the bottom, and I'm going to use it to apply on my bottom lashes. Then going in with the darkest shade again in the corner right here, I'm going to line the outer half of my bottom lash line. Now I want to use the shade right here, the golden shade. Since it's glittery, I have a feeling that there's going to be fallout, and I think it's going to be easier to apply it with my finger. I'm just gonna dab it on just to prevent the eyeshadow from falling on my cheeks, which I really don't want because it's just going to be really messy. And just dabbing it on in the center of my lids. Now that we've done that, I want to use the lightest shade and put it in the inner corners of my eyes, and for that I'll be using my pinky finger just to add it to the inner corners to open up my eyes a bit more. Out of all the eyeshadows from this palette, I have to say the lightest shade is the one that I like the least because it is really crumbly. I think I kind of made it work. So yeah, I got their very vegan liquid eyeliner in very black. I don't know, why is it always very? I have no idea. Let's see how this product will work. Again, the packaging is very standard and it's white. I don't know why they chose white. Comes like this, opens up. I do have a little bit of glitter on my hands from the eyeshadows that I swatched previously, but let's just check. I think it's going to dry matte. When I swatched the eyeliner on my hand, it dried completely matte, which I'm not really a fan of, but let's see, maybe I can make it work. It's not bad. It's not as black as I would like it to be, but at the same time I think I can build it up as well. I just finished doing the eyeliner and I have to say I'm not a big fan of this product. It's okay. I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. I checked on the website, they do have a mascara. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it in store, so instead I will be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm just applying a generous coat of the mascara on my lashes. It's quite hard because my lashes are stuck together from the eyeliner, but I'll try to make it work somehow. Another item they didn't have was a bronzer or contouring color, so I'm going to use the e.l.f. Warm palette just to contour my face a little bit. Now for my cheeks, I got the Very Vegan powder blush in the shade Bare Blossom, and they had, I think, 4 different shades, and this one was the one that I liked the most, although I have to say I didn't really like any of them that much. Didn't really like the way they swatched at all. God, it's so hard to get out. The packaging looks exactly like the Quad eyeshadow. This is what the blush looks like. And swatch. Oops, maybe I did a bit too much. It's quite chalky. For the blush, I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush. Just gonna add a little bit. And the color is not bad actually. I think it does look very nice and natural. I'm not sure how long this is going to last. Maybe it's going to come off at some point. Now for highlighter, I used the Nature Glow by W7. This is what the highlighter looks like. It looks like this. And see if it gives me a beautiful glow. Ooh. Okay, I think I love the highlighter. It's definitely very pigmented and it gives you a really nice, beautiful glow. I think I went a bit overboard with it, but yeah, I absolutely love the highlighter. The final product of this first impressions is going to be the Moisture Rich lipstick in the shade Lovable Lily. This is the shade of the lipstick. And the packaging is quite standard, very plasticky. Comes in a tube like this. It has the W7 logo. Let's see how this applies on the lips. The highlighting powder is the best out of all of them that I've tried. I do think the foundation is nice, but it's not my color and it's way too orange on my skin. I don't know if you can tell this on the camera. I also like the lipstick. It's moisturizing just like it says, and it applies very nicely on the lips. As far as the blush goes, it's okay. You can't really see it that much. It's quite natural. All in all, I don't think this is a bad line. I think some products are better than others. Definitely the highlighter is the best, hands down. I hope you enjoyed my first impressions on the W7 Very Vegan makeup line. And if you enjoyed watching this video, then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!